Welcome to Brown Butter 101. Before we start, we need to talk about butter itself. And there are two main types: a really rich cultured butter, like Kerrygold, so called this like a European style. It's very yellow, very rich, and higher in fat. And there's basic like grocery store sweet cream butter, definitely not as yellow. So the higher fat content will make a very rich, very dark brown butter as opposed to your basic butter. And that's why in my recipes I note whether to use a cultured European butter or a basic store brand butter, just basic unsalted, because it does make a difference. Okay, now let's brown this. Using medium heat, I like to break this down into 3 phases. So the first is just melting it down, takes about 2 to 3 minutes. And then phase 2 is loud and bubbly. This is when the water is evaporating out. So we want to mix this just every so often. In phase 3, the final phase, is quiet and foamy. This is when all those milk solids sink to the bottom and they're starting to toast. So keep mixing to prevent any burning. And after 2 to 3 minutes, it will reach this really, really rich color. And it's important to get it as far as you can without burning it. There's a very fine line, but once you get there, immediately remove it from the heat to prevent any further browning. Then quickly pour into a separate dish and scrape in all those little flavor bits at the bottom, and your brown butter, once it's cooled, is ready to use. I forgot to use my mic, so I have to re-record this, but after I poured in the brown butter, it reached just below, I'm kind of tilting it, just below the half cup line. That's because when you brown it, water evaporates, so you'll lose some volume. So if you want to use brown butter in a recipe that does not call for it, pour in your brown butter, and then you drop in an extra 1 to 2 tablespoons of just regular unbrowned butter, melt it down. You can see I have a couple floating in there right now until it reaches that half cup, and then you can use it in the recipe. But also use it how the recipe states. So if it's melted butter, use it like this once it's cooled. If you need room temperature butter, you can put this in the fridge for a little bit until it gets like solid but soft. And you can easily add that like delicious nutty toffee flavor to anything.